Yeah, what's poppin', guys? Sizzle here. Welcome back to another episode of How's the HUD? And in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at lionHUD by Bara Godzilla, which was yet again recommended by the people in the HUD's TF Discord to me. So first thing you notice is the main menu looks very stock, looks very Team Fortress. It almost looked like stock until you look a little bit closer, and you notice the little Game Banana clickable thing, little customization folder, I'm assuming, and then obviously the stats. But it's a very nice, just kind of upgraded version of stock HUD. Has the same find a game and everything, like they didn't change anything there. But otherwise, we have this nice little, I don't know why it's the X-HUD advanced panel, but little customization thing. So upper left chat, save customization on that. I like the upper left chat. We got short or long chat log, hit markers on or off, upper or lower building. I'm assuming that's where it places the buildings, and that the highlighted stuff is where it already is. Damage on HP, ammo, transparent V models. Right, pretty straightforward stuff. Doesn't have the nice visuals that a lot of other customization things have, but still pretty nice stuff overall. From here, though, most of the rest of this is pretty stock. We have every normal option just available, right? We go to our loadouts, and we actually... Ooh. This is probably the nicest looking loadout thing I've seen. It's like HD, high-quality versions of the characters. And then when we're actually on the inspect screen, we have our usual controls to be able to drag them around, to be able to change lighting, to be able to zoom in and out. Right, everything there is kind of working as normal. But they have... I wonder if this is based off of my HUD settings. I have my HUD settings to use these little yellow icons for the classes because I think they look nicer and they look more cartoonish. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I personally do. I wonder if that's just part of the HUD or if that's based off of my settings there. But either way, this little like select a class to modify, I don't know what it is. The like really HD high quality display on these things just looks so damn sexy. And then the actual equip screen, we have Meet Your Sniper, Meet Your Soldier. That's a pretty cool little detail. We got the red and blue teams, which work as intended. Got the ability to swap between the loadouts and stuff, right? It all makes sense. It's all pretty cool. And then you have your weapons and your cosmetics all on the side, with your character on the left side, and the ability to quickly click through any of the classes, which is a very nice feature to have. Not had by too many HUDs, but this one has it. It's a very nice feature. I think every HUD, if it has the ability to do this, I'd recommend adding this in. It's just nice for people that find themselves customizing their loadouts often, changing stuff in multiple classes all at once, like YouTubers and the like. Right, people like me. I like being able to go from engineer to pyro to soldier just in like 3 clicks, rather than have to go back pyro, back soldier, back engineer. Right, I'm used to it, but not having to do that is super nice. Kind of weird that menu is up when you're in the backpack, but I guess it's just a nice thing to have, because why not? But yeah, the backpack looks pretty stock as well. Overall, pretty good stuff from the main menu. Let's go hop into a game and see how that fares. Alright, we found ourselves a game. I'm assuming we got stock loading screens and stuff. It looks stock as well. Right, we've got our hints, our play stats, and all that. Nice pictures of the map we go on to. Speaking of which, I've been getting a lot of Banana Bay recently. Not that I'm complaining. This is one of my favorite maps in all of Team Fortress. I'm just shocked because I almost never find games for Banana Bay. But yeah, character select is... I'm going to spawn in so it's not as loud. Character select is stock TF2. It actually... I'm pretty sure this like lineup at the top here without the sound effects, because I think I have this disabled. But this is stock TF2. It's got the little blackboard tip. It's got the character to pick. It's got the amount of that character currently selected on your team. It's got all the other teammates also down here as well. E for loadout and then random. Although E for loadout, I think normally it doesn't say E for loadout. Probably just says loadout. Either way, this is like the stock HUD, but they made the background here transparent. Unfortunately, can't drag my character model here around. I know that's possible thanks to other HUDs. Being able to do that here would just be nice as well. If the person who makes this HUD happens to watch this, that'd be like a feature I'd add in. But other than that, transparency is nice because you can like view your team, see what they got going on. I can see the soldier running around while I'm changing class. Black bars on the top and bottom let you know that you're in a menu, though, make it look very obvious. That's pretty good looking stuff there. As for the actual HUD elements themselves, they look pretty stock. but it looks like they took... Okay, I don't know why the mini crit thing is in the middle of my screen. That's a pretty weird change to make. But it looks like they just took TF2 stock elements out from the corners and in toward the middle, while not overlapping with like the payload stuff in the middle, right? Pretty nice looking stuff. It's just like a more central stock HUD with a better looking main menu, a nice, character swap screen. We have the names and health here very nicely visualized at the top. I guess the only problem would be overheal. Like if I overheal this scout, you could see he gets a lighter green when he's overhealed, and then a normal green when he's not, which actually, that's probably the best way I've seen it done so far. When I heal people, the Ubercharge meter's in the middle and in the bottom right, so you get the best of both worlds. Not really a reason not to have things work that way. And I see all the information about the person right below the Ubercharge meter. I feel like it'd be nicer to have it above, but it looks a lot more clean having it like this. And then we have the Cool HUD kind of text glow. I guess that's not from Cool HUD. Cool HUD's a little bit more animated, but it's got a nice text glow for overheal. I'm assuming we'll have a nice little text glow for being underhealed as well. And I don't know what it is, but something about like the text and everything looks a little bit higher quality than normal. Why is that guy healing me? I guess just had an instinct. Yeah. You can see when we're low health, we have a nice... Well, I would say nice, but we have a very weird flashing text. This is like a Pokemon low health type of flash. I don't really like that as much as a more consistent flashing. And as we go down more in health, it doesn't change. I don't like the pattern of that flashing personally, but maybe that's just my personal preference coming through. As for meters, though, right, nice and centered and labeled, right, that's the charge meter. On Scout, we got high cleaver ball, but they're transparent, kind of out of the way, not super visible enough for you to see, but not so overly visible, which is kind of the only problem I've had with Middleman HUD, which is the HUD I use at the moment, where it's not overly visible to the point where it's kind of distracting. This is just really good overall. All the meters are centered, all the meters make sense. Prime is, I guess, what the Huntsman happens to use for its charge meter. Didn't know that until now, because no other HUD has had text for that. So that's like, this HUD is really consistent in what it does. This is probably actually my favorite... I don't know, this is definitely my favorite, like, stock-like HUD that I've used so far. It maintains everything that people generally like about stock, while having customization options. Okay, so the buildings being in the top left here, that's my fault. I remember seeing that customization option in the main menu. If I disconnect, can I change that real quick? Let me get that a go. Let's try this live. Let's do lower building, save customizations, and then I guess I can't rejoin, so I'm gonna have to queue in again. I'll have to see you guys in 1 minute. Or right away, because I found the game right away. But yeah, that one's my fault. That's like not on the HUD creator for not doing that. But yeah. Let's see if I can just quickly, just like that, fix the issue I was having with the customization in-game. Or if it, okay, it might require a reload, unfortunately. Unless the build thing is the build menu, which is on the side, which I didn't notice was on the side until now. They have the taunt menu off on the side as well. Not really the biggest fan of those things being on the side. I feel like they are more central, more vital things to be able to see. Taunt menu I can kind of see having off to the side, but I feel like the build menu, like, that's your active thing. That's what I'm actively... When I pull out the PDA, I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to look at the build menu. So having the build menu way off on the side like that just isn't great in my opinion. And then this build menu didn't move. I'm assuming if I reload the game, it'll fix, because everything else has been like that. But it's very unfortunate that I can't just... in-game. I'm assuming that's a limit of TF2, though, not actually a problem with this HUD specifically. But either way, it's very unfortunate that it doesn't work like that. As for everything else, when I hold tab, kills and deaths are more focused, and then everything else is still very much visible, which is exactly how you want to have it. Yeah. Like, this is just a really, really good version of stock TF2's HUD. We have yellow for medium health. I'm assuming red for low. Yep, red for low. You can see on that soldier right there. If I do overheal someone, you can see they go from green to lighter green, which is a pretty good way of doing it. That's probably the better use of colors that you could have. Overall, it's just pretty good outside of this mini crit thing being centered. I don't know why this is centered. I feel like it belongs over the health or over the ammo or something, just out of the way. Like, I know when I have the escape plan out, I have mini crits on me, or if I didn't know that, I would be looking at my health to maybe see that. having that more central is just very distracting, at least for me personally. Also, no idea how I died so quickly there. That was kind of nuts. Spectating also works perfectly. You can see all their health and their names really clearly. Speaking of which, looking at people, kind of similar thing. We got the stock TF2 plus sign to be able to quickly see health. We have a big, nice number to be able to see the health a lot more easily. And then if you really want to spend your time looking at it, the names of the people are, you know, down below. Still visible, but not like the first thing you see. Like when I look at that sniper, I see that 117, I see that 95, and then if I want to see his name, I can go look in the area where the name's going to be, and I'll be able to find it very easily. So yeah, overall, this is definitely, in my opinion, like, if I had to recommend a custom HUD to someone who loved stock TF2's HUD, it'd probably be this one. It's got really nice customization options, really high quality textures and stuff all around. Just a lot of quality of life changes and features, and just very, very much functional. Like, I haven't noticed anything that seems inconsistent. Right, charge meters in the middle always. The prime meter in the huntsman's in the middle always. I go to the scout and everything's in the middle there. I go to the spy, everything's in the middle there. The health on the bottom left, the aim on the bottom right always looks pretty nice. It's placed in a way that it works for every single game mode. Your 3D model is on screen and kind of tilted a little bit, which is similar to how Middleman HUD does it, which I think is kind of the best way to view a 3D model of your character. If you have it enabled, obviously. People on lower-end systems probably don't. I remember there was a long period of time where I couldn't do that or my game would lag, so, you know, fair enough. But yeah, very good looking, very nice quality of life, very nicely done by this HUD. Especially like the customization options. Disguising even is very nice. It's exactly where I'd want it to be. A lot of other HUDs, when I disguise, the information is in the middle of my screen or in the bottom corner. This is by the player model. I generally look by the player model to see information about what I'm disguised as if I don't already know. And when I look down there, I see the pirate with the shotgun out, I see the name, I see the health, I see the team it's disguised as, because if you didn't know, you can disguise your team. It's nice. It's very nice. It's a very, very, very nice HUD. Genuinely can't sing it praise enough. At the end of this series, I'm going to make something on my main channel where I rate all the HUDs kind of against each other on a tier list in a main primary video. And I'm just giving you a heads up for that video. This is going to be a high ranking. This is really clean, really nice. The font choice is good, the customization is good, the menus are good, the in-game is beautiful. It's just beautiful all around. I don't really have anything negative to say about this other than that maybe it looks too much like the stock TF2 HUD, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The stock TF2 HUD does so many things right, and this just takes what it does right, takes what it does wrong, fixes what it does wrong, and keeps what it does right. Which is exactly what you'd want in any TF2 HUD. But yeah, with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. This is a 5 out of 5 HUD, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.